Hi, my name is Lisa Thyre. I am an AEP855 Section VA for Module 1 Introduction. I am a kindergarten teacher, a mother, and a wife. The most influential person in my life was my grandpa Tony. He was influential because he was kind, loving, taught me many skills that have made me successful in my life, and overall he was an excellent leader and in general just a really good person. When I took my personality quiz, I got a 74 in the extroversion section. I had positive emotions, and I did agree with that. I am outgoing and I am social, so I agreed with that part. I had a 62 in emotional stability, and I agreed with that. I got a 40 in agreeableness. Critical and aggressive, I agree, but I wish I wasn't as much, so something to work on. And I got an 80 in conscientiousness. I am careful and diligent. I definitely agree with that. And I got a 14 with the intellect and imagination, the openness to experience. And I wanted to disagree with this, but I can't because I am pretty creative and imaginative with my lesson planning when I teach kindergarten. I am open to change, but it does take a little convincing. However, I am improving with this, and as long as reasons are solid for that change, I'm open to it most times. I guess this would be my flaw, so something to work on. So overall, I would agree that I am traditional and conventional. So the personality test was right on, but I didn't necessarily agree with all of it. So the two types of leadership that I agreed with most was the authentic leadership. I definitely see that I have the legitimacy through honest relationships with people that I work with. I try to build that on an ethical foundation. I try to be positive with people and as truthful as I can be with those concepts to promote openness, even though I myself am not as open to change, but I definitely try to help encourage others to be open. I try to promote my team members' belief in the ability to succeed, to improve our team performance. So I try to promote trust through trying to increase loyalty. I try to be true to my own ideals and my ethical values. I definitely kind of let everybody know where I stand. I definitely use a lot of self-reflection and self-awareness, and I do a lot of teaching, and I also work with my other kindergarten teammates and my para by telling a lot of life stories, so that way I can kind of give that kind of human touch to it. So I'm true to myself, I'm open with others, I'm honest, I try to do the right thing, I always speak from my heart. I have to know what I stand for, and I try to increase my self-awareness that way. I let people know my fears and my anxieties, and I share that with them. I also have different coping mechanisms that I've adopted with childhood experiences, and I let people know what I've done to help me through those things. I accept my strengths and I accept my weaknesses, and I try to share them and mentor and coach others with it. So a couple of authentic leaders are Martin Luther King Jr., Oprah Winfrey, Eleanor Roosevelt, Warren Buffett. An example, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs said when he did a commencement address through Stanford University, he said, "Truth be told, this is the closest I've ever gotten to a college graduation." And then he proceeded to explain why he dropped out of college, and yet he's still incredibly successful. Was incredibly successful. I'm not afraid to tell other people my failures, and I'm not afraid to talk about my mistakes and shortcomings, and I try to use that to teach others that it's okay to make mistakes. I tell my kindergarten students it's okay to make mistakes, but we have to learn and move on from them. But that's a lot like my flaw with the personality quiz, so the connection there is like how I need to become more open with changes and not so stuck in my old and conventional traditional ways. My other one is the path goal theory. So leaders have to be flexible and change their behavior style, and Steve Jobs is also open to this. So I'd say that the con with the authority thing is not all people want to hear the truth. So that's why the path goal leadership is very helpful, because it helps people, like you help get to know people and their environment and their characteristics, and then you can select that authentic leadership style and help them through to achieve their goal. So I definitely like how you can use like the supportive, the directive, the participant kind of ways to help people achieve their goals. So the pros to this is it helps add respect to groups, especially great in like short-term like emergencies, and it uses common sense. But the con is that if the leader isn't strong, then the whole thing can fall apart. So overall, I think with those two leadership styles that I can help be a better kindergarten teacher, wife, and mother. Thank you for listening.